To my Phillies fantasy draft franchise. I bleed red for the Phillies, of course, with coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. No baseball right now as we approach April, and no work for a lot of us either, which is why I have plenty of time to do this. I'm going to be doing a Phillies fantasy draft franchise on MLB 19 the show. Yes, I know it's not 20 the show. Any avid show player will know that immediately. I'm not going to put $50 up to get the new game when, from everything I've read, it's just basically a glorified roster update when I can basically already update the rosters myself, which I've already done with the roster share. They have updated rosters, so it's pretty simple. So I'm going to be doing the Phillies in a fantasy draft. Full disclosure, I don't typically do fantasy drafts. I'm not a huge fantasy draft guy, especially not in the show. Usually just build my team up from scratch with the regular Phillies roster, but I figured on my first stream it would be interesting just to go with a fantasy draft, just to see what type of team I can put together here in just the first few years. My designated hitter, I'm going to go with the designated hitter being on fully, because I think that's where baseball is going anyway. I think it's more interesting, and it just gives me an option to draft another offensive player who might not be a good fielder. So we'll move into this. Everything stays the same. Nothing changes, just updated 2020 rosters, and we'll see where I pick. Not ideal. Oh, great. Oh, boy. 28th. Good news is I get 2 picks in 5 overall selections. Bad news is then I go 60 picks without a selection. Taking a look at them to grow. Anthony Rendon went second. That's kind of strange. He went to the Twins. I guess it has a lot to do with how much money they're making, too, for some of these teams, because smaller market teams like the Twins, Rockies, or Brewers might not want to pony up big money. Great pick by the Blue Jays, taking Soto. Brewers get Garrett Cole. Rockies get Cody Bellinger. Mike Trout falls to 6 to the White Sox. Houston gets Mookie Betts. All right, so let's look at the division rivals. Of course. It's 2 of the best third basemen in baseball for the next decade are going to be in my Division 3. You include Matt Chapman. Because the Braves get Bregman, the Nationals get Arenado, and the Marlins get Matt Chapman. Mets, meanwhile, Jacob deGrom staying in New York. So good for him. Aaron Judge to the A's. Fascinating stuff. Christian Yelich to the Yankees. All right, so where am I here? I'm picking 2 picks in about 5 or 6 selections, so I don't really like any of those guys just because of their age. I bet I can get better guys at other positions. These are actually the top catchers, I believe, so I'm not really interested in that. First base. Chris Bryant's interesting. Baez. Ugh. Yeah, no. I gotta go with... I hate to say I've got to do it, but I think I've got to do it. I've got to go with Kirby Yates. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got to go with Chris Bryant, I think. Oh, fucking Harper just went. That's unbelievable. So Harper goes, so I'm kind of screwed out of him. I was going to take him next, but I guess we'll have to pass. I might take Yordan Alvarez. Look at this guy. 21 years old, A potential. Crazy power numbers. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Vlad and move him to either the corner outfield or first base. My team's going to be terrible. I already know it. Maybe Fernando Tatis. I'll take Fernando Tatis. This is a weird team already. Chris Bryant and Fernando Tatis. I did not expect to get those 2 guys with my first 2 picks. Alright, let's see where we go from here. Pitcher. Not really. Just want to like narrow down 2 or 3 guys off the initial look through here. I definitely need outfield. Buxton's never going to amount to anything, I can guarantee you that. I had that guy on my fantasy team for like 2 years, and he never amounted to anything. At least so far, but I really don't think he's going to. Alright, I gotta take Max Kepler or Charlie Blackmon? Yeah, I'll take Charlie Blackmon. I know I kind of took an older guy to go with the young guys I had, but you got to do what you got to do with what you're presented. I'm not taking Ryu or Greinke. Greinke's just too old. And makes way too much money. I'm just going to draft pitching later. Just get some young guys, see what happens. Colton Wong. I might take Colton Wong, believe it or not. He's kind of the best available of the guys who aren't like just mediocre, like Adam Frazier. Like, what am I going to do with Adam Frazier as my starting second baseman? I could wait to get like a Kevin Biggio, but what is the point? But at the same time, I also do need more outfield. What if I get both Kepler and Blackmon? Yeah. I'm going to wait on outfielders, and I'm going to select Colton Wong. Wong Wei. Yeah, we'll see. I like Colton Wong as a player. I just don't think that there was nothing else there at second base after he went. Like, if I'd waited, I'm going to end up with Robinson Cano at like $20 million a year at like 52 years old. Alright, so I need everything, basically. Kiermaier's interesting. Just get a really good defensive center fielder. Cheap contract. I'll take Kevin Kiermaier. And Max Muncy. Ugh, really? Yeah. Max Muncy. Alright, I'm gonna go about 15 rounds, I think. Just because baseball, there's so many guys. I'm not gonna worry about pitching. Screw it. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Bunch of trash. Absolute garbage. And there's no young guys because they all went. I waited too long. Mike Yastrzemski. Yay. Harold Ramirez. Infield is set. Who the heck is Sean Murphy? He's on the A's. Yeah, I'm sure he'll turn out to be trash. Huh. You know what? I like Chris Davis's power. I'm going to take Chris Davis. And then we will take the catcher if he's there. You almost have to. These guys are all trash or fossilized. Oh, Wilson Ramos. I'm going to take Wilson Ramos. Screw it. Ninth round. Yeah, that's my team. Like, I mean, Ramos is a righty. Muncie's a lefty. Wong, I think, is a lefty. Yeah. Bryant's a righty. Tatis, switch. Righty. Davis, righty. Kiermaier, righty. Blackmon, righty. Lefty. Sorry. Good in the outfield. I'm good. Okay, I need to focus on some pitching here. So, Cole Hamels is MLB 07 this show. That'd be great. Oof. It ain't pretty. Zach Eflin. Well, I'm going to take guys who are cheaper, preferably, like Brad Peacock. Give you a shot, bud. And I'm not sure any of these guys are all that cheap. Kyle Gibson's 31 now. It's crazy. Not very good. How did he have the same ERA this year? He got 4 years, 40 million. Unbelievable. Alex Wood. Like Alex Wood. I have a cheap pitching staff. We'll call it the 90s Phillies pitching staff. Alright, then we'll take a look at... Like, I'd look at prospects, but I already know there's no one out there. So what's the point? Just keep going with pitching. Oh my, how much pitching there is. Whatever happened to Danny Salazar? Injuries, I guess. He was, like, pretty good. 195 strikeouts. Rodon, this guy's never turned out. I'll take him though. Take him for his potential and affordability. We'll also take Zach Davies, why not? Look at him. So there's our 5 starters. That was 5, right? Or is that only 4? Let's take a look. 4. So I need one more starter. Eflin? He's gone. Woof. Daddy woof. Jose Urquidy. And the Astros. Save him from them, that's fine. And then my closer. Can I just have no closer? I'm going to take Andrew Miller. Auto draft. It's gonna be ugly. All teams should be equally futile, I suppose. Starting the regular season. Autosave. Just make sure this is correct. I want MLB only injury management. Alright. Why isn't there a save? Okay, so there's... They took me Anibal Sanchez, making $8.8 million. Whatever, dude. Which means Urquidy's in the minors. Holy cow, they got a lot of back. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't need that many pitchers, that's for sure. 1, 2... I can send down at least 3 guys. Brandon Kinsler. Whatever. So, Ryan Cook. Is that the same Ryan Cook from like a decade ago? Yep. Wow. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Your best days are way behind you. Is that all janky? Kyle Crockett. And Brent Suter. Means I need to call up 3... position players. Josh Fuentes. I got... They drafted me Robinson Cano. Look at his contract. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Well, you're traded. In fact, I'm going to trade your ass right now. I'm not getting stuck with him. See, that's why the problem with fantasy drafts. You have to draft so much, or else you end up getting these guys. Great. No offers for prospects. Can I get anybody? Thank you. Wade Davis. See what his contract is. Brandon Crawford and Robbie Erlin. Well, if it's like a shorter term contract, 3 years. It's a great fielder. But I have Tatis there. Where's he going to play? Not going to play, so fuck. Oh my God. I'm gonna trade Stammen for Murphy.
Salmon and Murphy. How long are these guys signed for? 2 years. Really good bench bat to have. Stammen's got a 3-year deal, but he's good. I'll do it. I'm gonna have to take on contracts somehow. I just got screwed by that. Alright, so now we can send down Pazos or Estevez. The lefty or the right? He'll send down Carlos Estevez. Emilio, the mighty Duckman. Ramos and Avila. I like that Murphy pickup as a bench bat. So he can play the other positions, right? As second base. I need a backup shortstop. Sue Lin, former Red Sox. And then 2 backup outfielders. Robbie Grossman is 1. And Mark Kana is the other. Cool. Alright, so pitching rotation, Peacock, Davies, Wood, Rodon, Sanchez. Do I have anybody who can do long relief? Not really. So it's gonna be Pazos. Alright. Lineups. DH is Murphy. Against lefties, Kana against righties, or the opposite. You know what I mean. Alright, right-handed pitcher, no DH. Why is Wong not in there? Alright, so that means I could no starting. Yeah, no thanks. So Tatis leading off. I don't know about that. Then again, I don't really have a leadoff guy, so that was well planned out by me. I guess Blackman's leadoff guy. So Blackman's my leadoff hitter. Bryant, third. Don't mind me just setting it up for all of them. Although I could put DH on, right? So I only need to do it for those. How happy am I for that? So Davis is actually the cleanup guy. Monksy is the 5th. Tatis 6th. Ramos and Kiermaier. Murphy, Ramos, Kiermaier. Alright, let's see how we do. I'm not confident. I need to take one guy off my 40-man. And it is gonna be Chandler Shepard, because I don't care. You are never gonna play in Phillies pinstripes. Alright, we won the opener. 6-4. And it was Chris Bryant who had 2 home runs. Mark Kana had a 3-run bomb. Nice. We're 2-0. Alright, let's see where we go after a month. 91 players in the organization. Man alive, it's always something. How did I just gain a player? That's what I'd like to know. It was at 90, and then I go to the 31st, it's 91. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see, we took 2 out of 3 from Washington, lost 2 out of 3 to Minnesota, split against Washington, swept Miami, took 2 out of 3 from the Mets, took 3 out of 4 from Colorado, took 2 out of 3 from the Mets. We're 16-8. We have a 4-game lead on the Mets. Marlins are not good, and we just swept them in 4. Wow. Detroit, we are 20-9. 21-9. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Alex Avila. You suck, dude. Means I need to call up a catcher. Murphy. Murphy's Law. Welcome to the team. I don't care. Sorry, Iron Pigs, your results don't matter. So we're 35-16. Just like to point that out right now. Rolling 40-17, dude. Wondering if I should make this just a one-season one. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't really care about what happens in this draft. One season fantasy draft franchise that I didn't even decide would be one season until after I started it. I probably shouldn't have taken Fernando Tatis, and then Charlie Blackmon breaks his arm, which screws everything up. Which means we have to call up an outfielder, which means Dexter Fowler. He had a pretty good season so far down at Lehigh Valley. Come on up. Are you going to start for me? I didn't say that. Mark Canha's starting. Nice try, buddy. You can... No, that's not true. Those don't matter. So Canha is in right field. My DH is actually... Yeah, that's going to be the case. So who's leading off then? Wilson Ramos. I'm going to go ballsy. We're just going to switch it and let it rock. See where we are here at the end of June. That's not a good losing streak. Still got an 8.5 game lead. Astros acquire Roberto Perez from the Blue Jays. Wilson Contreras traded to the Royals by the Twins in the division. That's interesting. Swept the Braves. They're offering me a trade. Not interested. And swept the Mets. So here we are at the break. 16-31. 11.5 game lead. We have the best record in baseball? Nope. Best record in the National League. The Angels are a little better. A little bit better than us. Just want to keep one look here. I mean, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sim to right here, and then I'm going to try to make a trade. Because I don't think my team can win at all. It's currently constructed. So Max Muncy against... No. All the pop-ups are so annoying sometimes. There's nothing you can do to get rid of them. Yeah, Avila wasn't hitting, but he's still better than John Ron Murphy. Alright, let's not go to heck. Here we go. So Sanchez is out for 2 months. Look how good he was doing. 2.94. Means Mike Montgomery is going to get the call over Urquidy. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And he's my 5th starter. And then Max Muncy gets hurt. Oh. It's unbelievable sometimes. At least I got Murphy, but that stings. Hernan Perez, welcome to the majors. And then that means my DH... Everybody stinks. I don't care about non-DH because there is no DH. No DH. And that means you are Daniel Murphy. Fowler needs to bat 9th. He sucks. Alright. Wow. The Reds acquired Aaron Nola from the Twins, who are just selling everybody off. Again, I'm not trying to sell, especially not for that. Alright, so I definitely could probably use an ace. Davies is not pitching that great. Montgomery, Sheik had a really tough first start. And Joe Smith stinks, so he's got to go. So get Joe Smith out of here. Just send him down. Joe Smith's been around forever. Yeah. And then bring up
just want to bring up Urquidy, but this guy's been unbelievable. Brent Suter, back up. And then make a trade, view the trading block, trash. So we're just going to do it this way. Prospect-wise, Corey Oswalt, Alec. Jeez. They did not take me. I got O'Neal Cruz. They did not take me a ton of prospects. Alec Mills and Corey Oswalt for, what do you got, MLB Town? I'm just going to look at this. I may just go find somebody because, I mean, a lot of it's young guys. They're throwing all these prospects at me. It may be a money thing, though. I don't know. Just definitely want a starting pitcher. I can get, like, Patrick Corbin, so I know that was ridiculous. Cinder Douche. Can't get him. So I can't get somebody making that much money. Who do I want here? Definitely not Jake Arrieta. There's such a... all the really good guys are making so much money I can't afford them. Like, Kluber, I can't get him. He's not even having a good year. Aaron Nola, can't get him. Can't touch this. I'm probably screwed, it looks like, yeah. I don't want Carlos Carrasco at that much money for that long a term. Well, I'm only doing 1 year, but am I going to spend all my capital on him? No. No. I think I will just take a gun to my head, because all these guys suck. Look at Verlander drop to an 81. Wait. I can get Marcus Stroman or James Paxton. Woohoo. I'd rather have Corbin. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Can I get Stroman and him? No. Alright. Let's do Patrick Corbin. Rusney Castillo. Goodness gracious. Worst signing ever. Yeah, all these guys stink. I'm just going to take Corbin and run. Thank you. Which means somebody's got to go down, which means it's Mike Montgomery, because he's been... well, he sucked in his first appearance. Alright, so I get Corbin as my pickup. Not in love with my offense, but we'll see. Once I get Blackman back, it'll be better. What do they want? No, I'm not trading Brad Peacock. Look what you did, you little jerks. Alright, through the trade deadline, let's just sim this out, see what we end up doing. Tim Meza is no longer injured. I don't even know who you are, dude. That is good news, though. So we get Charlie Blackman back, which means we can send down Dexter Fowler. Sorry, bud. And then Chuckles is back. Chuckle, 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 chuckles. Where are you? There he is. I mean, this offense is producing, even though on paper it doesn't look that good. Colton Wong is not. He's got to get... You're hitting 237, dude. You're like my 4th or 5th pick. I'm never doing that again, I'll tell you that. Move Kiermaier up. Let's just do it. Just move him up bigly. Alright, send it through, send it through. Simmer down, simmer down. This is, let's see, Kevin Kiermaier, 1 to 2 weeks. Just keep him active. Carlos Hernan, 1 to 2 months. This is what's going to happen right before the playoffs. All my pitching's going to just tumble down. Or at least we get Urquidy up here, eligible for the postseason. Which we will be going to. I think that's a foregone conclusion. We already have 85 wins. Kinsler, broken arm. That's good news. Kiermaier, no longer injured. Alright. Lineups. Get Kiermaier back in. That's not who. Doesn't matter. Kiermaier. Alright. Pitching rotation. All sorts of janky right now. Because I need to call someone up. And all of these guys are just terrible. So I'm going to call up Montgomery. Just throw him in long relief. Clean it up when people get... Alright, who knew? Who knew? Just stay healthy. That's all I ask. Relatively. I don't care about Colton Wong. I didn't mean to send him there, but it happened, so... Oh well. Alright. Well, I get Muncy back for the playoffs. That's good news. I don't know what's going to happen there. But Muncy being back is definitely good news, because then I can switch this. Mark Canha had 30 home runs, though. So he kind of has to start. But he had 20... I guess Muncy's coming off the bench. Alright, so we're into the playoffs. We go 97 and 65. Just an amazing year. I'm shocked that we did that well. We lost 8 of our last 10, so we're not exactly soaring into the playoffs, but we still did finish with the best record in the NL. Look at Central. Impressive. Angels finished with the same record as us, in fact. Taking a look at the stats for my pitchers, Alex Wood led my team in wins, 13 and 8, 2.98 ERA. Rodon was solid, but he got hurt. Davies, 10 and 9, 4.68. Not great, but he did rebound a little. Patrick Corbin, I picked him up at the deadline, as you saw. Not great. He was okay. Peacock was my ace, I guess. 203 strikeouts. I had a lot of guys with some strikeouts, though. Relief-wise, everyone was pretty good. Jeff Bezos was, like, unbelievable. And my closer is Andrew Miller. He had 47 saves, 8 blown saves, which isn't ideal, but still relatively good. Wilson Ramos had an 826 OPS. I'm going to go over here to that. Murphy and Max Muncy, both really good. I don't know who to start in the playoffs yet. I could move Murphy to second to replace the ineffective Colton Wong. I think I might do that. Chris Bryant, not a good year, dude. Are you serious? 776 OPS. Good year for Tatis. Chris Davis, only 21 home runs. That's disappointing for sure. Kevin Kiermaier was solid, 821 OPS. Mark Canha was unbelievable, 883, 31 homers. And Charlie Blackmon got hurt a lot, but he did lead my team in OPS. With 910, I didn't have any award winners or league leaders, so that's fun. And then taking a look at my team here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to have... Is this Murphy can play second? So Murphy... This is all janky. Murphy at second. Muncy at first. My 9-hole hitter at 30 home runs now. It's going to be Murphy. That's incredible depth. Incredible depth. Incredible depth, Bob.
Alright, Muncie. Yeah. Alright, cool. Who are we playing? We're going to play the wild card, and it's Washington. Those clowns. Those clowns from D.C. So Urquidy or Davies is not in the rotation. He wasn't great. Alright, let's get to the postseason. Let's sim it, or manage it, which is basically like super simming. For those who aren't aware, I'm going to start Peacock in game 1. He was my most consistent starter all year. It's rock and roll in the first inning. Gets through it. Bottom, we do nothing. Top of the second, get through it with a walk. Bottom, nothing. Great, 6 up, 6 down for us. Bottom of the order does nothing. 9 up, 9 down against Dallas Keuchel. Finally get a hit in Kiermaier, but he goes no further. They still haven't done anything. Top of the 5th, no score. Bottom of the 5th, rather. Tatis walks. I'm going to steal second. Caught stealing. Good stuff. Peacock's still brilliant. Can't get anything. And then Charlie Blackmon with a solo blast in the 6th inning. Leaving Peacock in through the heart of the order. It's the top right. You see the stamina. It's not that bad for him. Keuchel's too. And then that's it for him. In the 8th inning, we're going with Pedro Baez, who immediately blows it. Almost, but he got out of it. And then bottom of the 8th, any insurance? Charlie Blackmon drives in Murphy to give us a 2-run lead. And then Andrew Miller slams the door. Brad Peacock, 7 innings, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Brilliance. 7 shutout frames. So game 2, trying to take that 2-zip lead. I'm going to send Corbin to the mound against Luke Weaver, apparently, for the Nats. And we're trying to get off to a good start, and we give up a home run. Vogelbach off of my man Corbin. My trade deadline pick. Kana walks, double play, walk from Blackmon, walk from Kiermaier. Let's go, Chris Bryant. 3-run blast for Chris Bryant. And the Phillies lead it 4-2 in the 5th inning. Oh my goodness gracious, what a hit from Bryant. Try to get some more runs, cannot do it. That's it for Corbin after 6. I'm calling on Craig Stammen. And he immediately gives up a home run, but we still have a 4-3 lead. 8th inning. I'm going to go with Pezos. This guy. Look at his numbers in the regular season. 2.86. He was unbelievable. He gave up 7 home runs all year in 100 innings. He gives up a 3-run mamma jamma. And we blow the lead. Can we come back? 2 men on base. Strikeout, strikeout, pop up. Yay. My goodness gracious. How many pitchers does it take to get through 1 inning? 3 pitchers is the answer to that question. And then against Ken Giles, interesting. Walk, strikeout, strikeout, walk. Tatis. Looked like the runner was thrown out, which probably means that it was a hit, but that they couldn't get him, or he was thrown out either third or at home. Very strange. Either way, it is a 1-1 series heading to our nation's capital. Game 3, Alex Wood against Michael Fulmer. Can we answer back? Holy shit. I just simmed the half inning because thinking it would go quickly, and Alex Wood gave up 3 runs. So we got to run back. He gives up 2 more. 6-1. 6-3. Wood's done. Davies gets through 2 innings. They sent the runner home. I hate when they do that. Go through another. Not looking good, boys. Down by 3 against Giles. Put a man on. Put the tying run to the plate. And again, we can't deliver. So we're down 2-0. Heading into the 8th inning of Game 2. Looked like we're going to be up 2-0. Said now I should say we're down 2-1. And, I got to go with a young guy, Jose Urquidy against Dallas Keuchel. They have back because he didn't pitch much in Game 1. So here it is. Nothing, 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 nothing. 1-0 Washington, nothing. 3-0 Washington, 3-1. New pitcher, Craig Stammen.
3-2. All right. All right. Let's go with Suter. Ooh, Suter. Baez. Got out of it. Caught stealing. Wow. Line out, pop out, walk. Blackman. Stick with Baez. Gets us through the 7th. Top of the 8th. Time is running out. Nick Goody is in against Fernando Tatis. Ground out. Bring in Brad Miller. Andrew Miller, rather. Brad Miller. And that brings us to the 9th. He gets us through the 8th and the 9th inning. Bottom of the order against Giles again. Strikeout. Ground out. Walk. Murphy's my last chance in this franchise. Single. All right. Blackman. This is it. Can Charlie Blackman get a hit and keep this franchise alive? Yes, he does. Charlie Blackman. RBI single. We're tied at 3 in the top of the 9th here in Game 4. That brings up Kevin Kiermaier, who gets a single. Bases loaded for Bryant, and he cannot deliver. All right. Well, we're into the bottom half of the 9th. Stayed alive, if only for the moment. I'm going to keep Miller out there to face Lamb. Gives up a single. I'm going to take him out now, and I'm going to bring in Meza. I can't bring in Pezos again. I don't trust him. Stolen base. Not ideal. Strikeout. Frazier ground out. Domingo Santana. Strikeout. Get down. Let's go. Hunter Strickland. Hate that guy. Walk for Davis. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Strikeout for Tatis. Muncy walks. All right. All I need is a hit. Oh, 2 men in scoring position. 2 outs for Kana. 083 in this series, buddy. Walks. Murphy. Walks in the go-ahead run. Let's go. Let's go. Insurance. Charlie Blackman. Insurance. Kevin Kiermaier. It's 8-3. That's where we go to the bottom half of the inning. I will call on Pezos now to close this out. Walking the tightrope, but he does get it done. What a comeback. The run in the 9th, 5 in the 10th. We are going to a Game 5 back in Philly. Yes, let's go. Peacock against Weaver. Peacock's already won in this series. Weaver, on the other hand, has no decision to his mantle. And here we go. Game 5. Not ideal. Not an ideal start. Down 4-0. Not ideal. All right, well, let's get some runs. 5-0. All right, 5-1. We got on the board. Peacock's already dead because he got lit up. Nice job, dude. Way to live up to that momentum you built. So it's 5-1. I'm just getting mowed down here by Luke Weaver. Colin Stammen, he gets lit up. 8-1. And after all that, 8-3. After all that, unless we get a big hit here, it's over. Well, Kiermaier keeps it alive, but we need a lot more as Bryant goes down, and the Phillies have been eliminated from the playoffs by the Nationals. Nats win the series in 5, winning in Philly in Game 5. Your ultimate world champion is the White Sox, who beat the Nationals. Nats ended up beating the Reds in 7. White Sox swept their way in the LCS and the World Series to a title. I believe that's Mike Trout, if I remember from the draft. Yep, Mike Trout. He was terrible in the playoffs. 120. Wasn't even that good in the regular season on Trout levels. But they win it nonetheless. Well, thanks for watching the Phillies Fantasy Draft franchise. You were able to see me get to the playoffs, but no further as we lose in the first round in 5 games. It's been real. Good night, good luck, good franchise. Talk to you later.